Hey, hey. Welcome to Monday. Let's get into October because I know it's September still, and I am just really excited about October, and I'm excited to do artwork. That is, I'm going to try and fix this a little bit. Because, I got to do it with you guys here. Because otherwise it just doesn't really work out the same. Is that better? Are you just seeing forehead? I didn't do my hair today. I showered and put it in this thing. So maybe you don't need to see me actually. Let's do neocolor today. Let me turn some lights out a little bit here. See what we got. Okay, got some lights going. I got some neocolors here. I literally just dumped some colors on my palette. We're gonna pick a few. I'm not gonna use all of these, but I did break out this lovely book that I want to share with you. This is a junk journal that is made by Yellow Paper House. And if you are not familiar with Kristin Nohe Juchs, she is an artist on, excuse the crunchies. She is an artist on Instagram and just on social media, but she runs it with her mom. Or her mom runs it with her. They run it together as a team. And she is an illustrator that I absolutely adore her work. I think she's great. I love her work. And really, when was it? It was last Wednesday when I was on Char Hamilton's live stream. She asked me if I ever scrapbooked before I got into junk journal. And I didn't. I haven't. I never, when I was in licensing, I never did any work for scrapbooking companies. Although I came close, but I didn't. I did more stationary stuff. But anyway, let me back up. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about her. So it wasn't even on my radar until I somehow came across, except for the art aspect, because things in my feed that were scrapbooky would come up in my feed because there's a, art connection. When I started seeing her posts, that's when I paid attention. She was the pipeline for me to anything scrapbooky or junk journal-y or plannery, anything in that universe. They're all kind of intertwined, right? I love her art. I think she's amazing, and I love their products that they make at Yellow Paper House, and I've shopped there numerous times. My relationship with planner stuff is, I have tried many different planners. I get bored. So I will use a planner for, sometimes I will last a few months and then I will switch it up. So I like to mix it up and try different things with my planners. That's kind of what works for me, although I am a huge note person and list maker, and I love to have a planner, a calendar, something that I'm using. Sometimes it's just a notebook. Anyway, that's all beside the point. Yellow Paper House, amazing products, and let's talk about this. So this is a junk journal that they make. This is the small, I think this is the 7 by 9 size. So a few years ago, this is old, this is 6 years old. I bought this and then I did 100 days of quotes project, and I did most of these in this book. Here, let me move these for a second, and I can just show you this real quick. But I discovered this junk journal. When I saw it on the, I think I saw a post by her in Instagram showing this junk journal, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta get one of those, because like it was just it looked like so much fun to me to draw in this, to have that inspiration already ready for you. And it's actually a really good, it just feels like such a good backdrop for neocolor2s. Like, I'm always looking for something, what's going to work on neocolor2s? Well, this is a great place to, this is a great thing to work with neocolor2s on. Anyway, hold on one second. Let me get back to this. I just want to cover this up. So there we go. Keep that safe. So I think I saw a post where she posted about her new junk journal that they were selling, that they had created and they were selling, and I had to get one. So I bought one, and then I used it for my 100 days project. And let me show you something. So this is, personal projects are really important. This is one of my most popular designs in my Etsy shop, and I put it on a lot of products, and it's a crowd pleaser. So here it is, and it came out of this project, and I did it in this book. So yeah, so here's just a few of the pages that I've done that I did for this project I did in 2019, and I thought I would break this out today because I thought this was a good opportunity to continue filling out this beautiful book, and also to show it to you guys because it's so fun. And now they have junk journals that are neutral, and I definitely have my eye on that. But I have a lot of art supplies, so I'm just trying to, and I have a lot of sketchbooks, so just trying to hold back and to not jump into anything new that isn't like something that I need immediately. Which brings me to this little Midori sketchbooks or notebooks or whatever. I was out all day on Saturday, and there's a stationery store called Bob Slate, and it's an independent stationery store. And I have loved shopping there for many, 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 many years. And they moved a long time ago to a different location that is more in the center of Harvard Square. And I was in Harvard Square yesterday, so I went to the store, and I just went to kill like 10 minutes. Of course, I ended up with something, but I'm always on the lookout for teeny tiny little notebooks. And I wasn't going to talk about this today because I thought I'll make another video about this, and I probably will, but teeny tiny notebooks are magical because the barrier to entry is like so low. Well, first of all, you can just pop it anywhere. You can stick it in your backpack, in your purse, anything. Get a little pen like this. Get a little pen like that. I bought one of these Mildliners, this zebra in gray, and this is nice because I can do it upside down. I can do it, it's a clicky felt tip, which is fun. I like it because if you're ever like in a movie theater or if you're in some place dark, it will draw. You don't have to, it's not a pencil. It's not a ballpoint pen where you're going to have to like scribble a little bit and get it to start working. It works right away. You can click it on and off, so it works. It's great for the bag, right? As long as you make sure it's closed. Cheers. And I love talking to you guys every day. This is so fun. So anyway, so I bought a little pack of these, and then this morning, these are so good for just like a little project. So different people learn differently, and different things motivate people differently, right? So I am very motivated by the low barrier to entry of a tiny little notebook. And if I'm trying to start a project, which I do have a project that I've been trying mightily to start, and I have not been able to put my foot on the gas pedal. This is it. These are it. These are it. I'm doing it. And it's crazy. I could make this because I have a long arm stapler. I have plenty of paper. But these are so easy and they're inexpensive to buy. I mean, you know, they're no work to make because they're already made for you. So if I was gonna just make it, which I can totally just make it, and I will probably try to make some of these at some point. It only costs, you know, these were $8 for 3. To me, that's a bargain. And this pen was only $2, and that's a bargain. So I got all this for under 11 bucks. Look, I got a full little art supply kit here for travel. I got a nice little pen, and I got 3 little notebooks, and I got, these are like good little project notebooks. I can do thumbnails in them for bigger books. It's very exciting. Okay, so I have over the years used many different types of little notebooks. I'm always looking for little notebooks, and I'm always looking for ones that are easy to use for a lefty and that are sturdy. I haven't tested this one out yet. I mean, it's obviously nicely well made, but you know, it is a soft cover, but you know, a lot of them are. I do have a new appreciation for staple binding, I have to say, because staple binding is actually, it's great for a lefty. It's great for a lefty because this. So we don't have a screen share today, but I'm gonna do a quote. I'm going to do a quote today, and I really wanted to do something fall, autumn, and a while back I collected a whole bunch of quotes off of Google's, and I collected a whole bunch of quotes to choose from, you know, to choose from for the next time I wanted to make some quotes. And I always try and look for quotes that are in the public domain. And to be honest, I think I did, but I would need to, before I used any of these, I would have to double check and see if I could, you know, if they are free to use. So I will draw them today. I will pick one out and I will draw it. And I'm using a light lemon yellow neocolor2, and I'm just scribbling on the top of this neutral page with the grid, a little grid design on it, just to give it some texture and to, you know, give it a little layer of color and texture before I go into this. And I haven't picked it out yet, but I have a whole bunch of them on my iPad, so we can look those over. If you would like to look those over with me, I would love it. Here's a good one, actually. It's the first day of autumn. This is from Winnie the Pooh, Pooh's Grand Adventure. It's the first day of autumn, a time of hot chocolatey mornings and toasty marshmallow evenings, and best of all, leaping into leaves. That's cute. Like it, like it. Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. I like it. Oh, and I'm really excited about Inktober and about doing quotes with you guys for the month of October and doing Inktober. And I have decided that I'm going to start out anyway my quiet lives, the live stream that I do at 12:30 p.m. for the next project. I've been working on my roses coloring book. The next project, okay, now I'm thinking it could be more than one thing, but I have more than one project I want to start, but I'm going to start a new project. It's a new ink project, and I do plan to spend my quiet daily live streams, quiet art live streams, doing this new project. So on the roses book, I'm going to have a sip of my coffee real quick. I have 3 more pieces that I want to do. I guess I like to multitask because I'm talking to you about one thing and I'm looking at this. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I like that. Maybe we'll do that one. Let's do that one. I like that. And I want to draw. I brought out some books. We'll get back to the talk about the we'll get back to that conversation in a minute. The other conversation. I have some neocolors here. I'm going to use ink today because I like the slip of, first of all, black ink on this creamy is going to be beautiful or delightful. And I have this ink pens all ready to go, and I just got to grab this little paper to just test my pen out on. I think that's going to be lovely to use. I want to also have this to wipe it off if I need to, because neocolor2 is, I don't want it to gunk up my brush pen. So I brought out, some books for inspiration. I brought out the Field Guide to Shrubs and Trees and Shrubs, because I really like to look at, leaves. I love to look at leaves. And this is actually very, very fitting. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Emily Bronte. Okay. Let's see. What trees are in autumn? That's the question. I mean, most trees, right? Aren't most trees autumn trees? I mean, I would say you get trees are year round, except in the winter when they anyway, it's not that important. I just like to I just really do like to look into these things and to see what kind of inspiration I can find. I'm going to move the mic a little bit closer so you can hear me when I mumble. Because, mumbling, I'm still talking to you. I'm still talking with you. I'm just mumbling to myself and talking. I'm just going to mark these off. And let's do a little bit of sketchy. And then we can we can judiciously color. So colors that I like right this second with this cream color is a real nice peachy peach. Are these both the same? I think they are. This is salmon and this is salmon. Yes. Okay. Yes, I have several same ones. Not helpful. Is what it is, right? Let's see. Salmon, pink. This is not the same one I just picked up. This is salmon. This is salmon pink. So this one is a titch, just a little teeny bit pinker than this one. This is more peachy, neutral peachy. And then we got to have the light lemon yellow. That's our white, right? And then what else? We have this ochre. That's nice. A very light ochre. Oh, and then we have this. This is called saffron. And that's like a really nice orange. Ooh, I love that. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. Oh, wait, one more. I like to have a nice dark one that's inky. And this will suit that very well. Hold on. This is Prussian blue. Yes. Oh, Prussian blue. Yesterday on my quiet live, and sorry for this rustling parchment paper here. I really need to actually remove this because it's just too crinkly sounding. I was crinkling. Oh, there we go. I was crinkling all day yesterday with that paper, and it was just kind of driving me a little bit nuts. When I listened back to the quiet, I was like, oh. Hey, where's the music on? I don't hear it. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me go into my YouTube real quick. Okay, let's start. Let us start. All right, we're doing... Can I picture and... I know I can. Yeah, I just pictured my... that's in YouTube only. My iPad. Hold on a second. So here's what we're going to do. We're not doing the art. We're just going to use this quote. And then I tried to do this, like do a pop out of YouTube, but I don't seem to be able to do that. So why don't I real quick, I'm gonna write this down because I don't need the picture. I'm just gonna write every leaf. Oh, why am I misspelling leaf? Because I'm talking at the same time. Every leaf speaks bliss to me. Bliss to me. Fluttering. Oh, and Kristin No Juchs is on YouTube. She's on YouTube. She's on Instagram. And Yellow Paper House is also on Instagram. I don't know if they're on YouTube, but they're on, they have their own website to shop at. This is for this book and books like this. And there are other fabulous products. I have a million of them. They're great. They have a lot of those little books, little planner style. Hold on. I have some of them right here, actually, I think. How come everything is like right handy? I think this is actually from them. See? Oh, I drew all over the back of that one page. Oh, there we go. See, Yellow Paper House. There's their logo. Anyway, they have all kinds of books like that. Let me show you another one, actually. I have one real handy right here. Here's another one. See, you can get like rainbow paper books. That was a to-do book that I wrote out. I designed the cover. Anyway, they're great. From the autumn tree. Emily Bronte. All right. I'm going to just wing over here real quick and check and make sure my music is on. Because I think music's important. I really do. I don't hear it still. Oh, it's on really low. Hold on. Okay, I think that's a little better. Really speaks bliss to me. Okay, let's do this. All right, let's do. Oops. Lost my crayon. Okay. We have our colors here. I'm gonna move this a little over here. Trying to make sure you guys are in frame here. Okay, good. That works. I also brought out a couple of other books just for some inspiration. I have this Taschen Icons book, which just has little pictures, just so you can just flip it open and grab a color palette, or, you know, a motif or something. You can just kind of, you know, play a little game with yourself, really. You can add stars. Look, there's little pumpkin heads. Stuff like that. Little skulls. This one's Halloween. But these are nice little books to have. I like them. And then I have a butterfly one that has a lot of moths in it. And, you know, moths. This was very inspiring to me this morning when I picked this page. I thought, okay, I really love this. I love the neutral. I love that ochre. And then we have that dark brown is so pretty. So, you know, could do something like that too. It's nice to throw something into your art that is, you know, a little unexpected. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you wouldn't expect to see a moth in a quote about about leaves. You know what I mean? So here's our quote. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Okay, so actually, a moth or a butterfly might be kind of fun in that, you know? Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. That's pretty. All right, let's see. I'm still working on my background here. I'm just trying to get a little base down of some designs. Just a little something. You know? Just lay down a little something first. So. I really like that ochre. Where's my little bucket? I have a little bucket. My little bucket of broken up neocolors. I love to have that handy. I don't see it right here though. That's okay. Because it's always okay, right? It's always workable. Everything is workable. Let's do that. Let's do that. How's that? That's better. Okay, good. I think I might save that orange for like the quote. Every leaf. Let's warm it up a little bit. And then we have this beautiful, actually, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to show you the palette we're working with here. I'm really going to try to stick to this palette. Okay, this is the light lemon yellow. This is our white. This is the Prussian blue. This is the salmon pink. This is the salmon. Oh, oops, look at that. I marked the art. This is the ochre, very close to the salmon. This is cobalt green hue. And what else? And then we have the saffron. Okay, so we have 7 colors here. Look at that. That's our palette. What do you think? I think we're gonna be able to make this work. And then I also have black ink too. So, but I did cover this entire surface with the neocolor2 light lemon yellow, so it's already a little slippy. So when I dive in and write this quote or write anything, it's going to be a little slippy. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Speaks to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I'm just connecting with the words here. Let's look at these colors again. Okay. I'm gonna just do a little bit like that. Actually, let's grab the trusty. Our trusty buddy here. And then I will tilt you a little bit. Oh, sorry. I think that's good, right? Let me know if that's not good, and I will move it, but I think that's good. Let's start out light, actually. I'm not going in with that ready quite yet. Every leaf speaks bliss to me. Let's put a little more over here, actually. I think we need to balance this first before. I've never seen, have you seen like a totally diamond shaped leaf before? I haven't, I don't think. But you know, I just did because I drew it. I'm just going in. I'm going in and I'm going in cursive. Every leaf speaks bliss. Excuse me. I wonder if I'm shoving all my words up the very top because I didn't lay this out first. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering. Let's loosen it up a little bit. Down here. From okay, I did crunch everything up there, but I can loosen it up. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it, okay? Without it looking weird. I'm going to fix that. And then we have a little space here to write her name. Emily. Let's do it in a different style. How about like, just like block letters. Oh. let's stagger. And then because staggering, we can do her little accent above her E. Here we go. Okay. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Okay, so I'm gonna do some little pumpkins, and they're really just gonna be like loose little pumpkins. Just loose little cute pumpkins, like just little scribbles. And then later we're gonna go into things with. We're gonna go in with that ink, with the ink brush pen. Because early Inktober. Because I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I'm just so ready for it. And you know, I usually don't do like Inktober, but I also, you know, I also didn't live stream every day ever in my life until now. So, but the reason I didn't do Inktober is overwhelm. I'm going to be totally honest with you. It's because I get overwhelmed. But I'm managing this. This is a management thing. We are managing that out. Because actually, part of why it's cool to live stream every day is because when you do something repeatedly and often, all the time, like constantly, it becomes familiar. And that removes the overwhelm. And it's kind of funny because, you know, I always thought, well, what about people who do public speaking regularly, right? But then you talk to people like that who do that. And I mean, the ones that I've heard answer that question, like, hey, well, isn't that a lot? Oftentimes they will say, maybe the ones that I actually hear, maybe other ones say, hey, no, it's fine. But the stuff that that's resonated with me is the ones that say, and I'm sure there's people that get over it and it's fine for them, but the people that have resonated for me are the ones that say, it's always hard, but, you know, you build a muscle. And the more you just do it, and it gets a little easier, even though it never really gets easy. I kind of think that's how everything is, you know? And I mean, it does in some ways get easy because easier, not easy. Easier because you are doing something, making it, you know, you're making something a very normal thing for you to do. So it kind of changes its reality, you know? It kind of changes the reality of it to you. And that change, that aspect is powerful in like perception, because perception is reality, right? Like how we perceive things. So if I perceive it, it's now something that I do every day, right? I do this every day. So then it becomes familiar. So then it becomes, then what is the danger? The danger is getting too relaxed, or is the danger getting too, you know, casual with it, like coming on late or whatever, you know, like then you're looking at like what are the pitfalls then? I don't think I'm even close to that point, like feeling like super casual. I mean, I'm definitely more casual, but I still like every time it's still like, oh, I gotta check all my equipment. I gotta, you know, because you're constantly trying to do better. So then you're constantly sort of adding more little notches for you to, like little hoops for you to jump through, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Okay. Every leaf speaks bliss to me. Let's connect our letters here. Oops. Let's leave that. To me. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I was gonna shove some things around, and I don't think I've done that yet, but I have solved the problem of the L loop with leaf and bliss. So I think that was my biggest issue. Should we make this tail? There we go. Didn't even need to do that, but I did. You got to be careful with the brush pen. Because the last thing you want to do is touch something up and then have it look overworked. You know what I mean? So trying not to do that. I would like some of that orange to be more visible in the letters, and so I don't want to like cover it all up. I am going to either rearrange myself or rearrange my excuse me, my paper again. Let me see where we are. Okay. Because I actually do like to turn my paper and to move it in different ways to accommodate, you know, my, you know, hand and everything else about being a human being. So I do like to do that. I'm just gonna, there we go. Okay, that's a little better, I think. Let's do that. And okay. Watering. I would like to move this over here a little bit. So I'm going to actually start here. Let's do it. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Let me, I'm going to actually do this a little first. Yeah, let's just jump in. Let's just jump right in here. Make sure I got some ink going here. My ink flow seems like I'm struggling a little bit here. do F here. We have room to play. The Sorry, Autumn, we're writing over you. I like that. Looks like an evil mustache. Perfect. 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 All right. Every leaf speaks bliss to me. Are you getting tired of me repeating this phrase? Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I'm just, getting into it. Let's do, how's that? No connector. How's that? Yeah, so I want to balance this out a little bit up here because our little E, our little every E, which I'm going to turn right here because that's important. So I need to get my swoop. I don't want to make it too heavy, but I did want to just, give it a little more action because, there. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. We're going to freestyle some moths here. Let's see what we got. And maybe some leaves too. This is such a beautiful book. Isn't it cool? It's really neat. Really neat book. I think I mentioned in a live a little while ago about how for a long time, for many, many, many years, I would not look at illustrated representations of the things that I wanted to draw. I would only look at photos, and I have this great book. It's illustrations. I think I got this, you know, when I loosened up a little bit on that reference rule. Although I definitely prefer photos for sure. Some of these are so pretty. Let's see what we got here. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, no, we're not doing those. Those are like way too... I want something simple, but very... No. We're not doing legs. We're not doing legs. I definitely want... Moths feel more... Well, they feel nocturnal. And they kind of feel more autumn to me. I don't know why. And I got ink everywhere. Look, I got ink everywhere. That's okay. We're going to make it part of the artwork. We're going to make it part of the art. What's next for us here? Let's do... Okay, we're going to turn, because I'm going to draw like moths in different kind of ways here. And I'm not going to get too detailed on these. Did you hear me say that? That's me reining myself in. That's me pep talking myself away from over detailing. That's what that was. Now let's do this side. Let's do one up here. Ooh. See, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be very imperfect. That's fine. Very imperfect is fine. Okay. Let's do another one down here. Oh, let's do it like this. Let's do one over here. I'm gonna cover up the lettering so I don't, you know, cause destruction. Don't want to cause destruction. Where do we want this? How about like here? Let's do a different, like this. And that. This one in black. Okay, great. All right, now we have some balance. Now I want to grab some leaves. I want to do some leaves or some like sprigs and things. So I have these little sprigs that are cute. Poison sumac. Let's add some poison sumac in here. I'm gonna turn it. Turn my paper. And I'm gonna leave the berries for either neocolor or perhaps something else. I'm not going to make circles with this brush pen because that's just kind of an exercise in futility for me. Exercise in frustration too. It's not going to look like what I want it to. But it makes some great branches. Look at that. Okay, let's do another one up here. Like this. Branch, and then lots of little, just like that. And then let's add a couple leaves in too, just to tie in the, to tie in the, I like these because these pepper vine leaves and the yellow root here, they look, I don't know, they look fallish to me. Let's see if we can emulate something like that over here. Let me see. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm going to make them like they're falling. So I'm going to turn this upside down. And I'm going to, yeah, you know what we should do? Let's do this. First, before that, we're going to just sketch them out real light. Just for placement, because I'm going to turn this. I'm going to turn this page. And when I turn it, I'm going to lose my perspective. So I want to just have some marker for myself so I know what I'm doing. So here's a good place. Let's do it in like orange, right? So orange leaf here. I kind of like it's falling. And then, oh, I kind of like it with the green. And like reference is so great because it gets in your brain and you don't have to like make it look just like it. It's just, you're just like, it's a vibe, you know? It's just, you're getting the soul of it. You're getting the soul of what it's doing, and it doesn't need to look, you know? It doesn't need to like look exactly like it or anything. In fact, you don't really want it to because you want it to look like yours. You don't want it to look like that. I want it to look like something that's not, you know, yours. And yeah, that is a reference. It's great for that. You just, you just plug it in your little brain there, and then you put it through the meter, put it through your own little meter, and then it comes out of your own design. That's cool. Love it. All right, let's see here. A little more. We're just doodling, we're just scribbling, and we're tying it all together with the black pen. Tying it all together with the ink. And I'll go in with the dots later. I'm not going to do the dots until later because we're in this mode right now. I keep looking at this pencil and I think that might be fun to do with the dots, Get a little pencil going in there, but I don't know if that's going to work because the neocolor2 is on the bottom. So let's just do our leaves. Okay, we're going to turn this upside down so we can do our leaves in a more natural way with a brush pen, right? So I'm looking at my leaf just for reference. And remember, it's just floating. And I haven't written Emily's name yet, so I'm going to do that. That's coming. So there you go, little floating leaves like that. Little floating leaf vibes. Cool. All right. And I think if you're wondering about those little pumpkins, I am not going to do those little pumpkins. See, you could just add your own little flair to the leaf. I'm just adding my own little flair to the leaf here. Although I have to say I really do like the simpler leaves, because that was a little thick. That's okay, but I gotta watch that. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a gentle decoration. I'm not looking to have it be screaming, And then I'm just gonna add my own here. Another little leaf with maybe some little, like that. I hope that one's not screaming. Well, hopefully not. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, we can do one more here. Let's do one more down here. Let's do this. Oh, there are so many ways I could go back into this. I could add decoration on that moth, which I'm very tempted to do with the paint pen. I am so tempted to grab a little paint pen and just have some fun on this little moth. But I have to say I'm really enjoying the sketchy element of this. And I need to, when I get that, like at this point, it's a good thing to embrace that because I like to work things and work them and work them. So, I do get into that mode. So I like to try to embrace the moments when that is not, when I am not getting obsessed with doing that. So that is good. And I like to color my edges because it makes it look all old. Makes it look old. Olden times. I am tempted to do a little bit here, actually. Let me just do a little bit here. Tempted to just add a little bit of... All right, I'm gonna put her name in before we do anything else down here because we're in the danger zone over there. Let's just do a little bit of this. A little bit of the diamonds. And just I'm just putting them in wherever I want. Just like, you know, like you don't even see it. You know what I mean? It's like not even there. And that too. They're not even there. They're just like part of the background. But they are there. But they're just part of the background. Kind of like how those little pumpkins. They're not even there, but they are. You know what I mean? They're just like, they're just there. Lightly. They're not even, you're not looking at it. You know, it's not demanding your attention. It's just kind of hanging out. Let's do a leaf here like that. See this little leaf? That little leaf is like, is it even there? I don't even know if it's there. This guy is pretty loud, I have to say. So let's do another leaf here. And like that. All right, now I'm just going for balance because we're almost done with this. Or we're almost done with this portion of the program. And I want to work on, you know, a finish line. All right, I got to write Emily Bronte's name, and I'm going to do it with the brush pen, but I'm also going to do it in a blockish style or not. Let's see if I can do it without cursive. What do you think? Or do I want to do it cursive? You know what? I think I might do part curve, but not cursive. So I'm going to do like, I think I'm going to do like E, that's like the backwards B, that kind of E, like that. And then M like that. And then on and on. Right? Like that. And then our B is going to go like this. There we go. And our... Oh, oh. That's a fun little lettering style. I like it. And then we're going to do that. Let's make that a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now we have to contend with the sketchiness underneath, which is not a big deal. Right? I mean, you can take a water brush to that if you want, which actually, let me grab a water brush because that's not a bad idea. And you don't have to you know, do anything heavy here. I mean, you can just kind of smudge it away a little bit because it's neocolor2 water soluble on top of like a bed of neocolor2, so it should lift. And you don't even have to do that much of it. I don't even have to do that much of it. Just a little, you know? Just enough to just sort of... And I also don't want to wet the paper, you know? I don't want to make the paper all wet, but just a little lifty lift, that's all. That'll do. And, you know, you can do it just enough to obscure if that is something that you think is detracting from your piece. Just a little bit like that. So I actually don't think it's detracting up there. I think the only place where I really feel like, maybe I'm used to it in the other spots. But this is fine. Just a little pick up here is fine. Just gonna double up and then make sure. So you could do like a tiny little scrub, see if that works, and then do a little pickup. But you know, you can draw something as long as you don't affect the paper integrity and you don't start drawing on it too soon. Just let that dry a little bit, and then you can, you know, do a little dance on it later if you want. You know what we didn't put in here, which we really should. Well, first of all, we gotta put our little we're gonna do orange little if we can. Oh, you know what? Here, this is a good tip. Get some water. Let's do a little splurge of water there. Now, oh, oops, broke it. It's not a party until a neocolor breaks. Then we're gonna do like that to get it nice and juicy like that. Get some juice going there, and then, oh, and then we're gonna do some little splurches on our, we're gonna do some little splurches like that. There we go. There's our little winter berry things. And then we have more. Where else did we put this? I think, didn't we do another? Yeah, there's one up here. Okay. Let me turn you like that. Okay. Now, I don't want to tilt this paper right now because I have, excuse me, because I have a little wet berries over there. So you can get these smaller if you want. I'm just going in. We're just going in with this, with the tip, and you get a big splotchy one, and that's fine. But you can do smaller. If you want, you can do what I did, like draw on your neocolor like that. Draw on like make a little puddle. Make a little puddle, and then you can use a little brush or something if you want with it. You know what I mean? And that works nice. You can use a little tiny fine brush. But just remember when you do this, when you're going in with a wet neocolor, there we go. When you're going in with the wet neocolor, you're changing the integrity of the paper in that area. So just know that going in, because when that dries, it's not going to be like the same. It's not going to be like, oh, I can just go over this with something else. It's not going to be like that. I'm very, very tempted to just go into this with a pencil. Just to like, I don't know. Why do I want to go into this with a pencil? I just do. I do. Should I? Should I go in with the pencil? Let's do a little star in pencil. And then let's do another little star in pencil. Let's do a little star and pencil over here. And then let's do one over here. And then, what else should we draw? What else do we want to do? Let's do like that. I started drawing a leaf, you see that? This is fun because you're just layering little textures and colors, and I love that. Right? It's fun. Just makes it so much more fun. Now I'm just doing little marks. Just making little marks. And let's do another little leaf thing here. Okay. So here we're gonna do a little lines, and I'm gonna do another star over here. Still got to be careful because I have some wet things here. I have my berries here that are a little wet. And then I'm just doing some little zigzaggy motif there. And now I'm super tempted to just go in with a little bit of this pinky color, a little bit of this salmon pinky color. Perhaps I will regret it. I don't know. I don't want to regret it. I don't want to. This is always the part of the picture that I'm getting a little loosey-goosey now. Because we're there. We're almost good now. We're almost there. So do I want to just do a little bit extra? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry guys. There we go. Let's do that. I just want you to be in frame, but I want you to see as much as possible. So I'm just going to do some little marks on the edges. Not on the complete edges, but just to get a little, just to add a little variance from that orange, because I think that orange is kind of, it is just slightly overwhelming me. Maybe what I should do, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to wet, I'm going to add a little water to my paper towel, and I'm going to just, I think I overwhelmed myself with orange. So let's do this. We're going to just do that. We're going to go down here. Oop, sorry guys. I'm going to do this one here. See, I'm just pressing ever so gently, and then I'm just taking my water brush. See, this is like travel art. Just use your water brush. I will say that like travel art and live stream art kind of similar in that way, because you don't want to be leaving your stream to go and get stuff unless you absolutely have to, like I did the other day when I went to get my mask and my gloves for the gouache rescue video. Okay, I'm liking this better already. I'm liking this more already, and I love it. I love that it's anchored with the black ink is anchored. Okay, one more little, let's just do a little bit, teeny bit more, and we're almost done. Where are we? It's 11:25. I'm going live again at 12:30, and I'm doing at 12:30 I am doing my one of the last pages from my upcoming roses coloring book, and I'm gonna make these like little diamonds that are just like hanging. Hey, comment if you think I'm going crazy on my painting here and on my picture, and I'm doing too much. I'm gonna do one of my last pictures for my coloring book, and I'm very excited about it. So there are 3 pictures that I did on streams, roses, botanical rose pictures, that I need to ink. I need to trace them with ink and make them into pages. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing at 12:30, and I'm super excited because I can't wait to finish it, and I can't wait to get it going. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to get that in the works and at the printer and try out Mix'em. I did a video where I show you Mix'em's sample print stuff, so you can check it out if you're curious about them. If you're curious about using Mix'em for your independent books, independently made books. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. This is super cute. I'm really liking this. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to add a flourish, and I wanted to do that. All right. So here we are. We've got our fine little quote here, and it's super cute. Super autumn, super fall. I love it. I'm totally feeling the fall vibes. And I'm really looking forward to Inktober, and I hope that you'll join me during Inktober for inky drawings every day. I'm here at 10 a.m. and I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I will also be back today at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. That's like an hour from now, and I'm gonna ink again. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm looking at my iPad. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.